Just letting you guys know you can listen to my No Bleeps podcast anywhere you stream podcasts or on my No Bleeps YouTube channel. Link in the description. Hey guys, it's Billy and welcome back to Sesh. Late last night, David Dobrik posted a follow-up video to his original video. I'm not going to call it an apology video because the first video was not that. And this was a 7-minute video that he posted, and honestly right now the like to dislike ratio is pretty good. There's 298,000 likes as of the moment that I'm watching it and 9,000 dislikes. So people have apparently throughout the night taken well to this, but I think it's important to note that this apology is for people that David hurt. So I'm going to kind of recap for you guys what he says in this and then go over some things that have occurred and some things that people have been saying about this video. He says that he's put himself in a lot of situations where he's needed to apologize for his past actions, and he's never done that correctly or respectfully. And he doesn't want to discredit anyone like Kat or Trisha, and he says that he full on believes the women that came out about Dom. He says that even though he got consent to post that video where they were all in that apartment that night, he should have never posted it. He says he understands that there was a power imbalance and that the girl that gave the consent to post the video felt like she had to say yes to him posting the video. And he apologized to her directly and to her friends, saying he's sorry he ever put them in an environment that he enabled that ever made them feel like their safety and their values were compromised, and says that he was disconnected from the fact that there was an unfair power dynamic, especially in videos that relied on shock value. And he says that he wishes he was more responsible and aware, and says that he is so sorry. He said he didn't know what was going on in that room with Dom and the girls. He says that he should have been, because he should have been making sure everyone involved was taken care of and not uncomfortable. And he says that people felt like they had to be silent for the sake of his video, and that's not right, and it's effed up. And he then directly addresses the girls that have all come forward about Dom throughout the years, past and present, and he says he's sorry that he didn't listen to them, and sorry that he took Dom's word and that he didn't believe them, and that he made a joke about what kind of person Dom is on top of not just believing them. And he says he couldn't wrap his head around the fact that a childhood friend of his was doing this to people and hurting people, and he's so sorry. He says he's sorry that he platformed Dom and platformed the subject and made jokes about it, and he's sorry that he let people down. He says he stopped filming with Dom back in 2019, and that doesn't mean that his content has been brilliant since, but that is when he started to take notes of the power dynamics within him and his friend group and the people that he was filming with, and realized the influence that he had. And then he acknowledged that he did not, in this time of realizing the influence that he had and deciding not to work with Dom and all that, was that he did not go back and reach out to the girls that came forward about Dom, and he didn't apologize to them. And he says that he just moved on, and he thought he learned from it and grew from it, but he didn't address the situation with these women. And he said it breaks his heart that he didn't reach out to them then, and that there were still people hurting by videos that he's made and things that he's done. He realizes that there's lots for him to learn, and he says that, he has made lots of mistakes, and he says they'll never happen again. He says he's going to take a short break, and he realizes that he wants checks and balances. He wants HR. He wants a place for people to feel like they can say how they feel, and that he doesn't feel right going back to just posting like he was. And he also says that it doesn't feel right to just go dark. He says that it's important to show change is possible. He wants to step up. He says he's sorry to everyone that he's hurt, and he says he will be reaching out to people and that he's open to talking to people. And at the end, he wanted to send a message to other creators and hope that they can learn from this, and says that they should take a moment to realize where the jokes end and where the feelings begin. Now, this apology comes after 12-ish brands have decided to stop working with David Dobrik. They've all come out with their individual statements, which I'll read to you guys, and also the investors in Dispo, his app, have also decided to stop working with David in Dispo, and David had to step down as a founder in Dispo. He's no longer part of Dispo because he doesn't want it to affect the brand anymore. So he's definitely making this after a lot of loss on his end. Obviously, there's a lot of conversations about whether or not he's actually sorry, or he's, sorry now that he's lost all this money and potential money, because Dispo was worth, they said, $200 million, which, oh my God, that's a lot of money. I definitely do find it interesting that David says that he's going to be taking a short break, because honestly, he's been in like this year-long break, to be honest. I don't think that he's going to completely Shane Dawson himself, where he's like never going to come back to the internet, but I feel like it'll be different when he comes back. I don't think he's going to be necessarily vlogging like he was. It just seems really hard, but I'll be curious to know when he actually is going to be coming back. I do want to say that some other members of the vlog squad have come out to address the situation. Carly and Aaron have come out with the video of their own addressing the situation. Even Natalie, his longtime assistant, has come out with a statement now, but I'm going to start off by talking about Carly and Aaron's statement. I honestly really do have a lot of respect for these two for getting on camera and making these videos, because obviously a lot of members of the vlog squad are remaining completely silent. I know that Heath and Zane have a podcast, and I'll be definitely very curious to see if they're going to be addressing anything, because they weren't in the vlog, but they are members of the vlog squad. They are still very close with David, and so I'll definitely be interested to see if they're going to come out and say anything. The vlog squad members do tend to stay silent about these things, and that's something that Carly and Aaron did address in this video. They said that they've been getting a lot of comments, people thinking that they can't talk about David, they can't talk about things that are going on. Maybe they're legally bound, they can't talk about something, but they said that is not the case, and they publicly made this video. It was concise and short and sweet, and honestly, they said what they needed to say, and people have taken really well to this video. All the comments that I'm seeing for the most part are pretty positive. In this video, specifically titled Our Thoughts, they gave a warning in the beginning that they were going to be talking about something that might be triggering to people, and then they went on to say that none of what happened was okay, and they hope that Dom faces the entire consequence and takes full accountability for what happened that night. And they said they had nothing to do with the situation. Obviously, they were not in the vlog. If you guys have seen the deleted vlog by now, they were not there for the incident. They said it's just so sad what happened. They hope that Hannah, the girl that was in the video that has been interviewed by Insider, that's not her real name, by the way, in case you guys haven't seen the other videos. It's just a name that they use to protect her identity in the articles, but they just were hoping that Hannah gets justice and is able to heal from the situation, and that this is not something that they condone, and that everyone in the situation needs to take accountability. And this is what I found super important: continue to learn why their involvement in the situation had an effect on it. Because I feel like when Jeff got on Frenemies and he was saying, I hope Dom gets what he deserves for the situation, and then Ethan mentions and David, and Jeff seemed surprised, like, David. I just think that in his mind, and I said this in my video, that he was only really thinking of crimes being the accusations against Dom and the accusations of buying drinks for someone who couldn't buy it themselves. I think he was only looking at it as like, okay, those are the only two things that you could go and get locked up for. When in reality, people are very upset at the fact that they all allowed this type of situation to occur. Your involvement, being there in the situation, had an effect on what happened, what led to what occurred. The fact that they were able to say this in their video, I think, was very important, because I just don't believe that every single person in that vlog feels like they did something wrong. If you were there, you allowed that to happen, you were in the wrong. And they finished the video by saying that they hope that everyone can learn and grow and be better people moving forward. Now, I do want to mention that there has been a slew of statements that have been made from brands that have worked with David. I mentioned a few of them in my last video, but as of now, there have been 33 brands that Insider has reached out to in order to make comments on this situation if they're going to work with David going forward, and 11 brands confirmed with Insider that they will no longer work with David. So HelloFresh said, "We can confirm we are no longer working with David Dobrik or any member of the vlog squad and do not have any plans to work with them again in the future." EA Sports said, "We are aware of the allegations against David Dobrik. We haven't worked with David since April 2020 and can confirm we are not currently working with him, nor do we have any plans in the future. We expect any influencer or celebrity talent we work with to conduct themselves in a manner that is consistent with EA's values and policies. Dollar Shave Club said the actions and comments made by David Dobrik, as well as some members of his team, are very serious and don't align with DSC's values. SA and hateful language of any kind is unacceptable in any environment. We've made the decision to end our relationship and cancel all planned activity. DoorDash said, DoorDash profoundly condemns the behavior of the Vlog Squad members, and we have terminated our sponsorship of David Dobrik's podcast, Views. This horrific misconduct is incongruous with DoorDash's values and does not represent the communities we strive to create. Our thoughts are with all those impacted. General Mills says, we are not currently working with him, nor will we engage with him in the future. HBO Max says, we can confirm that David and the Vlog Squad are not on the list for any upcoming campaigns, and we don't intend to work with them again in the future. Facebook said, we have no active partnerships with Mr. Dobrik, nor any future engagements planned. Audible said, we are not currently working with David Dobrik or the Vlog Squad. Bumble says, we haven't been working with David Dobrik for a year and have no plans to do so. Frank's Red Hot said, Frank's Red Hots is no longer working with David Dobrik, but we're troubled to hear of the recent allegations against him. We pride ourselves on fostering a safe and inclusive environment, and this behavior is not reflective of our values. And Honey says they are no longer working with him. And honestly, the biggest one of them all, SeatGeek. SeatGeek said that they are reviewing its partnership with David Dobrik after the article came out. And according to TubeFilter, SeatGeek gave them a statement saying, SeatGeek is not currently working with David Dobrik or the Vlog Squad, nor do we have any future planned campaigns. Now, this is a big situation. Definitely one of the ones that people know David for the most. I feel like SeatGeek and David just go hand in hand. It's literally the company that gave him nearly every single car that he gave to one of his friends. So for them to drop him, I think everybody knows that's a pretty big deal. Now, David actually did end up stepping down from his app that he co-founded. Spark Capital, a major investor in Dispo, made a statement saying, in light of recent news about the Vlog Squad and David Dobrik, the co-founder of Dispo, we have made the decision to sever all ties with the company. We have stepped down from our position on the board, and we are in the process of making arrangements to ensure we do not profit from our recent investment in Dispo. It was after Spark Capital pulled that it was announced that David had left. And the statement that they gave to the information was, David has chosen to step down from the board and leave the company to not distract from the company's growth. They also said Dispo's team, product, and most importantly, our community stand for building a diverse, inclusive, and empowering world. The Dispo Twitter account even said, Dispo unequivocally condemns any form of or violence and believes survivors must always be heard and supported. In order to remain true to our mission, we support David's decision to part ways with the company. We would like to thank the Dispo community for their continued trust in us. We will move forward working hard to build a safe and honest platform that restores joy and authenticity both online and in real life. And to this, I just have a question. If David is going to be stepping down, is Todd going to be stepping down? Because there's also things coming out about Todd and his potential involvement further than just being present in that vlog that day. And so, you know, he's been seen in photos at the team meetings being an investor. So that's pretty interesting. I definitely have some questions there, but I don't even know how this app is going to function like without David. The whole entire selling point and the value came from the fact that David was the one that was promoting this app. And I just like don't even know if it's going to survive without him, to be honest. But Natalie came out with a statement because honestly, she's one of the head people at Dispo, and she had to come out because people know that she's very close with David and she's dating Todd. So that's just, I mean, oh my gosh. She came out with an Instagram statement. She doesn't have a YouTube channel or anything, but she came out with an Instagram statement, just a text statement. And it says, I've spent a lot of time thinking about the recent allegations, and because of the severity, it's taken me time to process. Like many of you, I'm upset and angry and do not condone the behavior detailed in the article or any misconduct for that matter. I want to make it clear that I acknowledge here and support those who came forward, and I stand by the victims. So that is the statement that Natalie has made. This entire thing is just absolutely insane, you guys. I definitely want to know what you guys think about all this information. I know it is a lot to process, but let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.